Here's what it's doing to our culture. We know, since we no longer privilege or hold sacred what this aspirational paragon type hero is. Now, when I say that word sacred, what I mean is, I've said this before, but let me just recontextualize it, recapitulate it here so that we can understand and be on the same page. Our mythologies always draw a culture together. Historically, that's always been the case. Historically, throughout Western civilization, of course, a culture's mythology was their religion. So they were encouraged to, or many of them at least actually believed in these gods and these characters or whatever, believed in these stories. And then those stories, because they were their actual gods and whatnot, taught them what attitudes, what behaviors to shun, what attitudes and what behaviors to latch onto and to emulate. Mythology builds culture. It's part of it. So as a culture's mythology goes, so goes that culture. So goes that society. And you can see that in the Roman times. I mean, the fall of the Roman Empire. Look at the kind of the stories they were telling about their gods and stuff to one point. I mean, it was total debauchery and ridiculousness. And so you can, that's a whole study you can do. The difference with today, though, is that, in America and many other places in the world, we don't live in a society in which there's one national or accepted by all of our society religion. So we have to look elsewhere for our mythologies because we don't have just one religion, but even though we are in a world of many different religions, or we're in a country or society of many different religions, we are still a society built on the basic Judeo-Christian foundation of self-sacrifice, of service to others, and all of that kind of thing. So that's, and those elements can be shown in different ways through other religions and whatnot, but you're going to need elements of that strongly in our mythology. So what is our mythology? If it's no longer a certain religion that we all believe in, then it has to be a shared system of stories, a shared system of fiction. And we're not just all as a society going to decide on one, we're not just going to vote and decide, okay, DC superheroes are mythology. No, it becomes a entertainment industry. It becomes sort of a supply and demand. So you have several out there, so we have things like superheroes in general. When MCU really brought the Marvel universe into the greater spotlight, greater cultural spotlight, we had that for a while. Seems like Star Wars, for so long. I mean, think about how long that original trilogy stuck around and stuck in people's hearts when they didn't receive a single thing on the big screen after Return of the Jedi, and then, the original trilogy. I mean, think about the staying power of that. So you have these shared fictions that even if people aren't, reading all of it and becoming geeks like, most of us are here and really kind of going through it all, they still know of it in general. They still know of it in general and want to follow that. But now look at what's being done to them. As I said last week, and you can go check that stream and the video I made after it. Look what they're doing to the MCU. They're picking apart all of the great heroism. They're no longer telling hero stories at all. Look at what we've done to DC. I talked about that plenty on my channel. Look at what Dan DiDio did with the New 52, all because he was bored by Superman. He was bored by the shiny, aspirational DC universe, wanted to make it all dark and edgy, make it all over in a darker version of Batman image. And then that led to Snyder's movies and deconstructing them all. We're just bringing down that bar, bringing down that standard. Look at what we've done to Star Wars now. We've let Disney do that to us, and people can't stop. They can't stop. Oh, but I got to watch the new series. Oh, but as I said before, Falcon and Winter Soldier is actually kind of good and well written. I'm hearing some of the same people. This is ridiculous to me. I'm hearing some of the same people who try to defend or try to justify watching Falcon and Winter Soldier series. Those same people are expressing disgust at DC making a Superman movie with a black Superman now. Are you dense? Where do you think DC got the idea? Oh, Marvel's making a black Captain American series. We should do that with Superman. Let's do that with Superman. You're the reason we're getting a black Superman movie. Don't sit there and watch Falcon and Winter Soldier and tell me that, you know, that's actually pretty good, but yeah, Black Superman, that's just crazy. You told them to do it by your support. Do you really not see that connection? And Warner Brothers has a long history of not understand just making the most ridiculous non sequitur choices for these characters. You know, as I said, Tim Burton does some cool Batman movies. Just let him do Superman. No, that doesn't follow at all. Bryan Singer did X-Men movie. Let's get him on Superman. No. Chris Nolan did really dark takes on Batman. Let's get him to do Superman. No. Zack Snyder did The Watchmen. He should direct Superman. No. You know, so this is them making the same stupid mistake where, and it falls within the culture of Hollywood. It's more important to virtue signal. It's more important to get woke points than it is to be faithful to any of these characters, to tell any of their stories. And it's so disingenuous. It's so insincere. You know that if they were really concerned with doing a let's make sure we get some good African American or good Black superheroes out there in the culture, they've got a wealth of them to choose from, right? I mean, I think it'd be wrong to go to any of the instances where there were Black Supermen from alternate universes or whatever, because again, let's get the main iconic one right before we go on other Elseworlds and alternate universes. But there are a wealth of them. I mean, what about you know, Fan Man always talks about Steel. He likes the Steel character, but there are others. What about Jon Stewart? Why is Jon Stewart not in any Justice League incarnation now? No, why do they keep having to turn other characters and make them Black just for representation? We've got a whole wealth of them in the comics. You've got Jon Stewart, you've got Black Lightning. There's the Green Lanterns. I mean, talk about ethnic diversity. What about Ethan Van Sciver? Well, that's the reason, right? Because Ethan Van Sciver created Jessica Cruz. They'll never put Jessica Cruz on screen because Ethan Van Sciver did it, and he's a bad man. He voted for Trump. You know, that's the usual nonsense that the main society goes by. But Jessica Cruz, a Latina, and don't you even think for a second I'm going to say Latinx. She's a Latina who comes by the Green Lantern. Simon Baz, who is he's Middle Eastern descent. I forget exactly what his ethnicity was. But there are characters out there, but no, they don't want to do that. They don't want to make a Falcon movie. No. Make Falcon take over Captain America. Don't make a Jon Stewart movie. No. Make a Black man Superman. You know, this is what they've been doing in the comics forever. It's not about actual representation. It's not about equal rights or anything like that. It's about woke points. And the way that you'd get woke points nowadays and please the Twitter mob is by killing off or tearing down, deconstructing these white heteronormative characters and replacing them with minority characters. It's ridiculous.